Okay, let's dive into one of the most difficult, emotionally charged decisions a person can ever face. Now, this isn't about judgment at all. It's about getting some clarity. The goal here is to just cut through all that noise and give you a clear way to think when the stakes are this high.
So if you're caught in this situation, feeling pulled in two completely different directions, the very first thing you need to know is you are not alone. That feeling of being totally overwhelmed is incredibly common. It's a deeply human struggle, and trying to find your way through it can feel just about impossible.
And this really captures the emotional storm, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this incredible rush of excitement, this passion. But on the other, there's this heavy, heavy weight of guilt and fear. You're literally being pulled apart by some of the strongest emotions we have, and that makes it almost impossible to think straight.
And that brings us to a really important idea. When your emotions are running this high, it's like your rational thinking just gets hijacked. In this kind of supercharged state, our feelings can actually trick our minds. They make us see things not as they really are, but as we feel them to be.
So that leads to a huge question. With all these emotions clouding your judgment, what's the number one pitfall? What's the biggest mistake that people consistently make when they're faced with this kind of choice?
Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. You are doing important work.
And here it is. This is the great illusion. It's the belief that the intense, electrifying passion you feel with this person right now is going to be the permanent reality if you choose them tomorrow. It's like taking a snapshot of the most intense, exciting moment and just assuming that's what the whole movie is going to look like.
But why is it an illusion? I mean, if the feelings are so real, why would we say they're temporary by design? Well, the answer is actually baked into the very structure of an affair.
It really boils down to three key things. First, the secrecy. The fact that you can't be together all the time, that rarity acts like an emotional amplifier. It makes everything feel more intense. Second, there's distance. You're not dealing with shared bills or chores or the daily grind. And third, and this is a big one, is something we call demo mode.
So what is demo mode? Well, think about it. It's that phase at the start of any relationship where we all subconsciously put our best foot forward. You're more romantic, you're more complimentary, and you kind of hide your weaknesses. And guess what? The other person is doing the exact same thing. It's the highlight reel. It's totally natural, but it is not the complete picture.
And this comparison makes it so clear. On the left, you've got the affair dynamic. It's idealized, it's an escape. But once that relationship status changes, the dynamic on the right side inevitably takes over. The thrill of novelty gets replaced by routine and real-life responsibilities. Now, the person doesn't change, but the context changes everything.
So the most important thing here is that to make a good decision, you have to consciously step outside of that emotional storm, outside of that demo mode illusion. You need to arm yourself with a set of clear, rational questions to really see the reality of the situation, not just the fantasy.
Okay, first question, and you have to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you seeing this person for who they truly are, flaws and all, or are you seeing a perfect solution to your current unhappiness? Just let that sink in for a second. Are you in love with the person, or are you in love with the escape they represent? The second question is a total reality check. Are you really, truly prepared for the demo mode to end? For this relationship to go from being a thrilling escape to a day-to-day partnership with all the boring, mundane stuff that comes with it? Because it will. That change is absolutely guaranteed.
And finally, this question turns the spotlight back on you and your current situation. Before you make such a permanent move, you have to ask, are the feelings you're missing, that passion, that excitement, are they gone forever from your marriage, or is it possible they could be rekindled? Is the real issue the person you're with, or is it the dynamic you've both fallen into?
So, what does this all boil down to? The goal is to make a conscious choice, not a purely emotional one. That means you have to look at the whole situation, without that illusion that the initial infatuation is permanent. It's about understanding that all relationships change, and people show different sides of themselves over time and in different situations.
And that leaves us with one final, really powerful question to think about. Is this choice a move towards a person you want to build a real, messy, complicated life with? Or is it a move away from a problem that you're just not willing to face? The answer to that, well, that changes everything.
Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you want to overcome betrayal, break toxic cycles, take control of your relationship choices, read How to Deal with a Love Triangle. The link is below the video.